80 years ago, on the 22nd October 1937, in the east coast town of Kuantan, was born a baby boy, the firstborn son to Thomas Anthony and Jaya Mary Tiruchelvam. Joy filled their hearts to hold Anthony in their arms. Little did they realize that God had great plans for him. Anthony grew up as a shy and quiet boy. His journey to the priesthood was ignited by the faith of his parents, and he had a burning desire to serve God in his vineyard. In the late 1950s, Bishop Dominic Van Dagen accepted him into the minor seminary in Singapore and later into the major seminary or College General in Penang. Anthony was a studious seminarian who mastered both linguistic and music skills, which were instrumental in his formation to the priesthood. On the 2nd of February 1965, upon the completion of his seminary studies, he was ordained a priest at the Cathedral of St. John in Kuala Lumpur, together with Deacon Daniel Lim. He celebrated his first Mass at the Church of St. Thomas in Kuantan. The people were proud to have their son return to their parish as a priest, and it was certainly a proud moment for his parents who received Holy Communion from their son. After his ordination, he was sent to India to study Tamil. Father Anthony Thomas first served the parish of St. Joseph Sentul as assistant in 1967. In 1969, he was posted to St. Anthony's Church to assist the then parish priest, the late Father Noel Clement. In 1972, he was posted back to St. Joseph's Church and less than a year later went to Rome to further his studies. Upon his return, he was appointed parish priest. Father Thomas served St. Joseph's during the following periods: July 1971 to September 1972. He then went on study leave to Rome to major in liturgy, which enabled him to teach at College General. He returned to the parish in October 1976 as parish priest, administrator of Risen Christ Ipa Road, and served the Catholic community in Selayang. During this time, he was instrumental in building the Chapel of Christ the King in Selayang. His formation and studies also took him to the United Kingdom, the Philippines, and Australia. His last posting to St. Joseph Sentul from 1982 to 1991 saw the very best of him and a 14-year dream of building the St. Joseph's Community Center. On 12th May 1987, this vision was fully realized, and upon completion, the St. Joseph's Community Center was officially opened by His Grace, Archbishop Emeritus Tan Sri Dominic Van Dagen. Father Thomas served a total of 22 years at St. Joseph, and it cannot be denied that he had a special fondness and love for the people and the parish. This beloved priest went on to serve other parishes: Church of the Visitation in Saramban from 1991 to 1998. Here too, he built the community center, leaving another legacy for the generations to come. In 1990, Father Thomas was appointed chairman of the organizing committee of the Historical Eucharistic Congress by the then Archbishop of Kuala Lumpur, Most Reverend Anthony Sota Fernandez. In the midst of the preparation, he was involved in a tragic accident where he had to undergo a risky surgical procedure to remove an embedded blood clot from his brain. While he was recovering, he still put together a sensational choir comprising members from various churches to animate the Eucharistic Congress, which was held at the grounds of Montfort Boys' Town in Shah Alam in 1991 after a year's preparation. The Congress brought together about 20,000 members of the faithful from the Archdiocese. It was an event that will go down in the annals of the Archdiocese of Kuala Lumpur. In 1998, he was then appointed parish priest to the Church of the Sacred Heart and served here till 2008. Here too, he built a community center named Wisma Dominic to cater to the needs of the faithful, especially for catechism classes and formation programs. After serving for almost 10 years at Sacred Heart, Father Anthony Thomas was transferred to St. Aloysius Church in Muntin. Despite his failing health, he revitalized the 70-odd mostly Chinese-speaking families, visiting them and urging them to be involved in the various organizations in the church. He was indeed a builder both of community centers and the faith of the people. He was also responsible in sending young men to the seminary, among them Father V.A. Michael, Father Jean-Claude, Father James Gabriel, and even Archbishop Julian Liao. Many more young men and women were inspired by his priesthood. His homilies touched everyone who heard them. His musical gifts were a treasure to the people of the Archdiocese. An accomplished guitarist, violinist, pianist, and composer, he dedicated his time and effort in producing the Tamil hymnal, as well as Lenten and Advent reflections, book for the sick and departed, wrote the lyrics and composed music for the Bahasa Malaysia version of the Lord's Prayer, The Lord Have Mercy, Holy, Holy, A Lamp of God, and the Psalters. The Psalters are a musical composition of responsorial psalms, a book of responsorial chants in English and Tamil, which was also translated into Mandarin. It was his gift to the Archdiocese. He was a simple man who slept on a bed of planks with just a mat and a pillow. His food was also simple, identifying himself with the poor and the marginalized. We will always remember three great things about him: obedience, faithfulness, and discipline. Stern as he was, he loved his people. In recognition of his tremendous contribution to the Catholic Church in Malaysia, and to honor his faithful service to the Church, Pope Benedict XVI conferred on him the honorary prelate on 16th October 2010, which carries with it the privilege to use the honorific Monsignor. Due to his failing health, he resided at the Little Sisters of the Poor since June 2013. It broke the hearts of many who knew him as a steady and able man. His health deteriorated and he became frail. Despite this, on 17th March 2015, the Archdiocese celebrated the sacerdotal Golden Jubilee of Monsignor Anthony Thomas, which fell on 2nd February 2015. He passed away on the 24th September 2017 after a short illness. Tears flowed freely, reflecting the admiration and love the people had for him. His funeral saw many who came from far and near to bid him farewell. He has left us a legacy, one filled with determination, talent, commitment, faithfulness, spirituality, and obedience. On 5th November 2017, a memorial mass was celebrated for his soul at St. Joseph's Church, Sentul. After mass, the crowd gathered at the community center, the first built by Monsignor Anthony Thomas, where the hall was named after this humble priest. The Archbishop of Kuala Lumpur, Most Reverend Julian Liao, in a solemn ceremony, unveiled the plaque which read, Dewan Monsignor Anthony Thomas, a fitting tribute to a priest who gave his all to the church in Malaysia. He was indeed a faithful priest. Monsignor Anthony Thomas, truly a priest forever.